my name is Tiffany and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do some expense tracking for the month of March. I like to make 2 videos each month about my expenses, one at the beginning / middle of the month because most of my bills will come out at the beginning, and then one at the end of the month, beginning of next month, to see how well I did within my budget. Today we're going to finish up the month of March. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so we are starting at the 10th of March. I had an appointment with my orthodontist, and that cost me €2 in parking. So I took €2 from the car fund and ended with €46. Then after that I bought some fruit from for my work. So me and my colleagues would have some fruit. It's a new thing my work is trying to do to get us to eat healthy. So I took that from the grocery budget. It was €3.45 in total, and that made the budget go down to €11.55. Then on the 12th we had a protest in Brussels. Me and some colleagues went to Brussels, and I took out some food that day, you will see. One of those was my main lunch, which was €24.50. That brought the fund budget down to €40.47. The reason I take it out of the fund budget is because I could have planned the protest, and I could have planned to bring my own food, but I didn't. There will be more food coming up. So my colleague had to go to the bathroom, and we felt bad just going without ordering anything. So we ordered some mozzarella sticks for €4.50. We only got 3 sticks for €4.50. I feel like that's a lot, but whatever. So after we ordered, we asked if we could go to the bathroom, sorry, and they said no because of the protest. They don't wanna, how I say, they wanted to prevent vandalism, basically. So that took the fund budget down to €35.97. And then I had food for the last time that day. At the train station I bought a croissant because I was hungry for €1.70, and I brought it down to €34.27. Then the day after I wanted to start my scooter, which it didn't because the battery was down, because I have not rode it in like the whole winter. So I had to take money from the car fund, €39.99. So that brought the car fund down to €6.01. At that point I knew the car budget would not be enough for the rest of the month, because I had not taken gas at that point, so I knew this was going to be a bit of a problem. But yeah, it sometimes happens. And then my dad found out about the scooter battery, and he wanted to pay me back. So me and my parents are living together because I have a mortgage with an ex-boyfriend. So we bought a house and then we split up. He's still living in that house. The house is getting sold, but until then I'm staying with my parents to focus on saving my money. So they are really accepting of that and encouraging me to save my money, and whenever I have some unexpected bills that they know of, they want to pay me back, basically. So that's what this €40 is for. I did not put it back in the car funds because I don't want to rely on money my parents give me extra, because if I would have lived alone and the battery would broke down, I would have to still buy the charger myself, and they won't be there to give me the money back. So I don't want to rely on them. So I did not put it back in the car funds. I just left it there. So we are going to move on to the second page. I'm gonna see if this is in frame. Yes, okay. So some Boy Scouts went over the house of my boyfriend and his parents, his dad, and they are raising money for the summer camp. So I gave them €5 and they gave me flowers in return. So that came out of my fund budget. So the ending balance there was €29 27 cents. And then I got an email from the post office. So it was my friend's birthday, and she wanted something very specific, like some type of teddy bear, but not a bear, like a chicken, like a little chicken, a chick. Like it's related to some K-pop group. I don't know much about it, to be honest, but she really likes it. So me and my friends bought this gift for her, and I got an email in the mail telling me I owed international taxes on this gift. So I just paid the taxes, which brought my money down quite a bit. I was in a minus for a while, but then my friends paid their share of the international taxes, so that was great. So the budget went then back up to 14 euros and 17 cents. This was quite unexpected. I did not know I had to pay for international taxes. I don't order a lot from outside of the country, so I did not know it was going to be this much. Then after that, a few days later, me and my boyfriend went for some fast food, which I took out of the fun category because that was because of poor planning on our part. We just didn't plan for food that well, and when we started to get hungry, we didn't really have anything in the house, so we went for fast food, and that cost us 20 euros and 55 cents. So that brought the fun budget back down in the minus at minus 6 euros and 58 cents. Then my regular paycheck came in at the 24th, which was 2,131 euros and 75 cents. Then I had to go back to the orthodontist. I had to pay 3 euros for parking there and 3.50 euros for my parking at work, because this was between working hours. So I went to my job with my car. Usually I just walk to my job. It's only 15 minutes away. So I walked to my job, and because of this appointment, I had to pay for parking. Together it was like 6.50 euros that day, which brought my car fund down at minus 49 cents. Yeah, so that was not great. And then the 25th of March, my grandmother gave me my allowance. Even though I am an adult of 29 years old, my grandmother still gives me money each month. She gives me 75 euros each month. So that brings my extra income to 429 euros and 18 cents. Even when I lived alone, she still gave me that amount. I have told her she doesn't need to do it, but as long like she wants to do it, so I just let her do that. Then my phone came out, my phone bill for the month of March, which was also poor planning on my part. That was 11 euros and 29 cents, which brings me in a minus. When I was making my budget for the month of March, I should have calculated enough for March and for February, because the bill for February did not came out, and I should have thought about that I have to pay in February and March within the same month of March, but I didn't. So I went over budget. I went over budget. We're in the minus 19 euros and 29 cents. Then I bought some food, some actual groceries this time. I'm not used to buying groceries, so I did not plan enough money for it. I paid 56 euros and 39 cents, which leaves me at the ending balance of minus 44 euros and 84 cents. Then I had to pay gas for my car. That was 50 euros 19. 50 euros 90, which is quite a lot. I think when I made my budget for April, I did not realize how much gas is nowadays. So if the price is not going down, I will have to check on that in the next month, which would be May. That I plan for more than only 50 euros, because if the tank is already more than 50, then what am I doing at 50? Whatever. So that brought the amount even more in the red. We are now at minus 51 euros and 39 cents. Then my friend paid me back so I have loaned money to a friend. I loaned money to a friend, and he's now paying me back. He should pay me 500 each month, but he did not have the funds this month, so he only paid me 350. I'm happy he at least paid something. But yeah, I don't count that as extra income because it's just money that was already mine that's now going back to me. And then on the same day that I saw my friends, we went out for food. So, I'm sorry. So me, him, and my boyfriend, we went all go out for sushi, and I paid for that. I paid 119 euros and 60 cents. So that brought my food budget, no, my fun budget, very much in the red. Yeah, at 126 euros and 18 cents. I don't think it has been that in quite a long time. I also did not expected that we would go out for a restaurant. He just called me out of the blue asking if I wanted to go to the restaurant, and I just said yes without really thinking. So yeah, that happened. And then my union paid me back for the protestation. So because of the protest that day will not be covered by my work. So my work is not paying me to protest. So okay, so I took all of the numbers on the trackers and I put them all in one sheet so that we have the budgeted and the actual numbers next to each other to see overall how well I did. There's a lot of red, so I didn't do great, but let's get over it. So for work, I got 2,131 euros and 55 cents, which is more or less what I have expected. Then the actual income was a lot higher than I was expecting. We ended up with 479 euros and 18 cents. Then those two together, we are at 2,610 euros and 93 cents. Then we're gonna move on. We're gonna up that a bit. So the house was spot on. I have a mortgage, it's always the same number, so that was good. Then the phone bill, I did mess up a little bit there because I had to pay 2 phone bills in 1 month. Then my car was way over budget because of the battery situation and also because the price of gas just went up. The assurances were spot on. The medical bills, I budgeted 180 because I thought I would have to pay my orthodontist, but I don't have to pay him. I have to pay him, well, I do, but not right now. I have to pay him in December, and I will have to pay a large sum. So I'm thinking, since my vacation fund will be complete, I might move over to a different tracker for my dental costs. So that will come up in April. So in April we will start that sinking fund. I didn't have to pay taxes, which was as expected. I did buy groceries this month, which I did not really expect. So I went over budget over there. And then I bought some new pens, which was cheaper than I thought they were going to be. So I was under budget, which was great. I did have some other expenses. So my ex-boyfriend has painted a room in the house that we're selling, and he asked me to pay half of the paint. So I did that, and all of these expenses together, we're at 913 euros and 60 cents, which is under budget, mainly because I did not have to pay for medical yet. But I know this expense will come up in the summer. Then we are moving on to fun budget. So we finally went out on a date and I paid for it. I did go over budget. I spent in total 83 euros and 15 cents. Vacation, I did not have to spend anything. I will have to spend money on April, but that's for a different video. I did go major over my fun budget. I had spent 233 euros and 10 cents. Basically messed up a lot of the last day of March. I should not have gone to the sushi place, but I ended up going. So in total, I really went over budget. I only had budgeted 166 euros and 92 cents, and I went over budget. I spent 316 euros and 25 cents. A lot of this fun money was fast food, which I don't like. I'm gonna try for April to not spend money on fast food. I will see if the budget for April will balance out more if I try to do that. Now I do have some savings. So we have the base savings that I do every month, which is 1,200 euros. That's coming out from my checking account to my savings account the first week of the month. And then everything that's left over will be also put onto that. So we had an okay savings wise. I feel like we could have done a lot better since I do have a very big chunk of extra income. So I'm not very happy with this, but it is what it is. I cannot change it now. It happened. I did not invest. My investments did go down because of the war. I have a lot of stocks who are based in the USA and the whole market there. Like, it's not really crashed, but it definitely dipped for a while because of the politics over there with Iran and with the USA and the rest of the world. So yeah. For my savings, if I compare this month and last month, we actually saved quite a lot of money. We have saved 1,731 euros and 8 cents. These numbers do not align because I also calculated some rollover money that I had in February in my checking account. So that's why these numbers are not aligned. This is basically saved from this paycheck. So that's what's happening over here. And then my savings, I like to put them in little buckets. So the first bucket is my emergency fund, which is now at 7,350 euros from the 10,000 where I would like it to be. My friend is slowly paying me back, so that's nice. Then I have a vacation fund, which is fully funded right now. It was at 2,000 euros, but we have already spent a little bit of that money. So that's why it's now at 1,508 and 12 cents, I think, but that's fine. The last bucket right now is the house fund, and that is sitting at 16,100 euros of the 35,000 that I would like it to be. The main focus this year is to sell the house that I have with my ex-boyfriend and then save up to buy a new house. So that's what this basically is. When I have extra savings, it usually goes towards the house because that is my main focus right now. We are going to move on to the trackers. I'm gonna see. We have a bill tracker. We can cross off the phone because we have paid that. So that's good. And that was all. Okay, we have some setup going on. I think I'm going to speed up the video here because I think it might be boring for you guys to watch me paint, basically. But I am going to fill in the trackers that I'm able to fill in, and then that will be the end of the video. I thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye bye. So this one is fully funded. So I'm not sure how much. So we ended with 16, 15. Okay, so 40, 40, 41, 42, 43, 4, 5, 46. Okay, so that's all the coloring for now.